6 running myths that could be slowing you down. For such a simple sport, running can generate intense debate and conflicting advice. And as runners get deeper into the sport and start logging more miles, it can be harder to find reliable information. Consider the recent swing of the pendulum and running shoe design, said Matthew Moran, a professor of exercise science at Sacred Heart University in Connecticut. In the early 2010s, minimalist running shoes were trendy, thanks in part to the best-selling book Born to Run and its claim that the way to stay injury-free was to avoid extra cushioning. But soon the so-called barefoot shoe craze had fizzled out, and shoes were suddenly more thickly cushioned than ever before. The rise of these maximalist shoes, Dr. Moran said, has led some people to believe that they are less likely to get hurt because they think they are striking the ground with less force when they run. But that is not true, he said. And while some runners may benefit from more cushioning, it is not clear that it can help prevent injury. Many runners believe that logging more miles is always the best way to improve, said Alison McGuinness, the clinical director at Finish Line Physical Therapy in New York. But to run faster and be more resilient to injury over the long term, Dr. McGuinness said that all runners should also strength train. Muscle strength and tendon health are crucial for injury prevention, Mrs. McGuinness said. If you run too much without building up your strength, she added, down the line something is going to give. It is fairly common to have less of an appetite right after a hard run. Some studies suggest that this may be because intense exercise can decrease your body's production of ghrelin, a hormone that causes hunger. Exercise can also cause a spike in a metabolite that suppresses your appetite. This temporary feeling can be misleading, said Christy Bauman, a registered dietitian in Minneapolis who specializes in working with runners. Just because you do not have an appetite, that does not mean your body does not need food, Ms. Bauman said. We often hear, oh, listen to your body and eat when you are hungry, but this is one of those times when we have to apply sports nutrition knowledge. But you should have a post-run meal or snack to refuel, otherwise you can slow down your recovery. Despite being debunked by researchers decades ago, the idea that lactic acid causes sore muscles remains pervasive in exercise culture. Scott Murr, an assistant professor of health sciences at Furman University in South Carolina, said he recently asked a class of more than 20 student athletes whether lactic acid buildup was responsible for their soreness, and most still believed it. The reality is that muscle soreness comes from microscopic damage to muscle fibers, not lactic acid. Those are just a few of the myths experts want to correct. Thanks for listening, stay informed and keep running smart.